Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here. I hope you're all doing well. So a couple of days ago we had the Tarkov TV podcast with Nikita, and he gave us a ton of information on what is going to be happening with Escape from Tarkov over the next sort of 6 to 8 months. So basically for the rest of this year it was a rough roadmap of what they want to do, what they want to release, what they want to change, etc, etc. Now as I say, there was a ton of information. The podcast was almost 2 hours long. There was a lot of technical information given out. So what I've done in this video, I've just rounded up the main points of what he spoke about, what will be coming, what will be changing, etc. And then I'm going to produce some slightly more detailed videos going into the different subjects that he spoke about. So the changeover to Unity 2021, Tarkov Arena, things like that, the new sound system, the cheating situation. I think there was a lot of information given out about those subjects, so I think they deserve their own videos. They won't be long videos though, they'll be bite-sized ones, just 4 to 5 minutes long, just giving you sort of a bite-sized amount of information on those particular subjects. So I'm going to go through the main points from it, the first of which is the move over to Unity 2021. This will and won't interest some people, depends how much you're into the news of the game. If you're just basically just a player of the game and you don't really care too much, then it's probably not going to interest you, but for those of us that are a little bit techie geeky, we quite like this sort of thing. So they're going to move over to Unity 2021, that is more or less ready to go. Nikita said the move over to that will take place with a large technical patch, which will either be sort of the back end of this month, April, or sometime during May. And he said this will bring with it some really big benefits for them and for us as the players. For them, it gives them greater control over the game. They're able to better implement things, change things. It's going to allow them a player count of up to 60 players in a raid. He's saying that they can support up to 60 players in a raid, although he did stress that this would just be for Streets of Tarkov. You're not going to get 60 players in Factory, but it's going to allow them to basically support that many players at a very reliable FPS as well. He says they can go even further than that, but I think he's capped it at 60 for Streets of Tarkov, and this is when the full map is released. Remember, this map is being released in chunks. There's still, I think, 4 or 5 chunks of the map to be released yet. So he said you'll get a 60 player count when they've fully released that map. He's saying that this move over to Unity 2021 will also allow them to improve things like hit registration, positional accuracy between the client and the server. It should reduce desync issues. They will have better optimized network traffic, and of course they're going to be able to implement better graphics for us guys, so we should get a better looking game with smoother FPS. So it's sounding like it's going to be a good one, although I do remember the move over to Unity 2018 and we were promised a lot of things then, but not too much changed. So that's the skeptic in me. It's always going to be there, but yeah, hopefully this move over will be smooth and it will change up the game quite a lot by the sounds of it. He also said that they've rewritten a lot of the netcode for the game. He says the core of the game has been rewritten so that they could get rid of some bad code, further again giving them improvements in FPS in the game, also allowing them to work on the game easier. It will make it harder for cheaters to create cheats for the game as well. So there's a lot of pros and a lot of pros for this move over to Unity 2021, and he didn't talk about any of the cons of it, so all being well it'll go smoothly and we will get a better experience once it is out. He said shortly after there will be a second technical patch. With this one they'll be looking to fix things that they break with the move over to Unity 2021 and the new core of the game being implemented. He says it will bring about bugs and issues, so the second technical patch will be aimed at fixing those and further improving what they've already improved on. And he says it will allow them to address things such as the amount of RAM that the game uses and the memory leaks that we also have in the game as well. And then he spoke about a lot of things that will be coming to the game. Again, no dates given, he just says it's over the next 6 to 8 months. So a vaulting system will be coming to the game. He showed a short video of that. He said he wasn't happy with how it looks at the moment, so they're going to do some more work on it, but it will be coming pretty soon. A new blind fire animation is going to be added into the game as well. You can currently blind fire, although a lot of people, I can't really say I've ever seen anybody use it, but you can use it, and there's going to be a new animation for that. He said the ability to shoulder a weapon on the left instead of the right hand is coming as well, including the ability to quick switch to your side arm. Recoil is going to get a rework as well. He said he's happy with how recoil is in the game at the moment, but it needs tweaking to make it a little bit better. There's going to be a redesigned trading menu, bringing all the traders closer together. You're not going to have to go through so many menus to swap between them, so that looks pretty good. There's going to be a gear preset menu. Of course, we've already got weapon preset menus in the game. We're going to get gear ones as well, which will speed up the time it takes us to get into a raid. It'll be a lot shorter. And in improved group system as well is going to be added in. And there's also going to be some animations added into the hideout so that you can actually see your PMC crafting the thing that you're trying to craft. He then spoke about the Streets expansion. He said that the expansion is almost ready to go. It's pretty much finished. So I'm guessing that they're just polishing it at the moment. He said this expansion will include the first of 2 bosses that the map will support. And this boss is going to reside at the car dealership that is currently in the map at the moment. He will have guards with him, snipers, there will be mines. Nikita said it's going to be basically a fortress, but he says if you manage to get in there will be some good loot rewards for you. He also spoke in detail about the sound system. This is one of those subjects that I'm going to do a separate video on. He went into great detail about how the sound currently works and how it's a lot of what they do with the sound is having to be done manually, so it does take a lot of time. He said each map is being worked on respectively at the moment, but he says, you know, it's just going to be one of those work in progress things. They're hoping to marry their sound system with the Oculus one to give them sort of the best of both worlds. He wasn't really sure if that's going to work, but they're going to try it to see what the results are. And then they spoke about Arena as well. There was a new teaser for Arena, a very short teaser. There was a ton of images for it as well and some information. Again, that's another subject that will warrant its own video. But he did say that kill cam will come to Arena first, and then he said that there will be a new faster matchmaking system which will be coming to Arena as well. He mentioned that the matchmaking system will be coming over to EFT too, but he didn't then mention that the kill cam would, but his wording was that kill cam will come to Arena first. So I take that as to mean that it will then come to EFT second at some point. But he did say that this, you know, this is going to be something that's going to be 6 to 8 months long. So if you're looking for a kill cam to be added into the game this year, I don't think it's going to happen. There's a big call for it so that we can better identify cheats, and for a lot of content creators, they would like it added in so that they can add it into their content that they create for YouTube. But again, it looks as though it's going to be probably next year before it's implemented in EFT. We was also looking to see some sort of Arena gameplay this year. It looks like we will probably towards the back end of the year. We were promised closed testing last autumn, but it looks like it might be this autumn when some sort of testing will be done with that. So yeah, as I said, there was a lot of information given out. Oh, there was new weapons as well. There was some new weapons coming into the game. It didn't really look like it was anything that interesting. I will have rolled some pictures of them in this though. So yeah, there is a lot coming. The move over to Unity 2021 had Nikita very excited though, mainly because they're going to have greater control over the game and how they implement things, change things, etc, etc. So the main takeaway for us guys from that is that it's going to make for smoother gameplay, better FPS, better looking visuals. We're going to have a lot tighter networking behind the scenes as well, so it should cut down drastically desync and things like that. Hit registration is going to get improved. So yeah, it's looking exciting for Escape from Tarkov over the next year. Nikita did talk about releasing the game as well. He said some things are just going to get cut from the final release and maybe included in DLC. He said other things just won't make it into the game at all. And that is pretty much it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. As I say, I'm going to do separate videos on some of the subjects mentioned in this one because they deserve their own overall videos. But that's it for this. Let me know down in the comment section what you think of some of these changes and additions to the game. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.